here in Santa Clara, California. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Through the middle of the field. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Purdy bootlegging it. Rolling to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it? Or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. Then on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go, hey.
Throwing Jones. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
In motion, Slayton. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards, Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Why shift the crew? Other side, other side.
Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And take it right on the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Purdy. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Rita.
Off play action. Jones. He'll buy some time right. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Ayuk going to go in motion right.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
His throw incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Purdy.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Why shift the crew?
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw again. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Niners pick over first down 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll roll him out right, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Right side, and he finds Gray. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick is indeed good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still some climb
timing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. That one finds Hyatt. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jones throwing on first down. This is Smith with a grab. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's punch it in. Let's punch it.
Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Finding Green complete. He's got room to roam. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, touchdown! Darren Waller, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
19, Tiger. Unlock Lion. Unlock Lion. Go.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ayuk goes in motion. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 58 yards. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
49ers 10. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead